Our neighbors, Dan and Mel Fegley, were over with us. We were going to deep fry a turkey. Dan and I started the fryer out back, and we were gone about 10 minutes. And when we came back up the road, the place was engulfed.
We're in the 300 block of Oak Street in Jersey Shore. Shortly before 1 on Sunday afternoon, flames broke out in the back of his house.
We got the house boarded up and then took a look around to see how bad it was inside, and it was pretty significant. The next phase, after we get through inventory and content, is to go into the house and gut the house down to the structural members, which is the wall studs, the joists, and the trusses. Everything else in the house is going to come out.
Sonia's been blind for 15 years probably. She knew her way around this house pretty much as if she had eyes. I mean, she knew every nook and cranny, and she knew where stuff was.
The reason it's important to have the house rebuilt is because a blind person is familiar with the surroundings. If we rebuild it exactly the way it was, she's going to come back to a house that she's familiar with that surroundings.
Chad said that he would make this house better for me, to where I wouldn't be bumping into things that have now become a nuisance.
It's been about 2.5 weeks since we got all the content removed. We've got the house completely gutted. Everything's been cleared off the walls and ceilings, insulation. Everything's been basically stripped down to the studs and ceiling joists. We're at a stage now where we can start really seeing some progress and putting the house back together.
This is quite a change from the last time we were in here and looked. I mean, it was all black and soot and no light. Now everything's cleaned up with some good light in here. We now have electricity. What a great job in a hurry.
And I'm glad that it's moving as well as it is, because I can't wait to come back home.
Working with Mammoth and Chad has been just super. We couldn't have asked for anything better.
The next phase is we get a soda blaster out here with sodium bicarbonate, high pressure, and he blasts down all of the structural members that had some smoke damage. We get all that removed. As soon as these guys are done with the little odds and ends framing, then we'll put all of the insulation back in the walls, and we can actually start, the drywallers are scheduled to start hanging drywall the middle of next week.
Yeah, it's pretty. The green, I love that green.
Yeah. Well, once you get your countertops in here and your cabinets and you get some stuff set up on them, and you know, the dishwasher, I think it'll be really nice. Yeah. Phase 3 is basically putting the house back together. Insulation, drywall, flooring, painting, cabinets. I mean, it's rebuilding an entire house from the inside. That's the third phase. And that's the phase when the homeowner starts getting excited. They can see things coming together. It smells and looks great, and they get really excited at that point, and so do we, because it's starting to all come together. You know, when you got your insurance adjuster and the homeowner and Mammoth, and we're all on the same page in the beginning, and we're all working together, it helps the project go faster. It's less headaches.
You could have never realized from the outside clear through the inside, you would not know what our house looked like before. Whenever we're outside, we have people stopping by wanting to come in and look at our house. I'm proud to show them all the work that was done, because it's beautiful. Just everything, right from the siding to every little small detail inside the house. Everyone has just told us how beautiful this house is now.
God forbid if any of our friends or family would have a disaster like we had, I would be, first thing out of my mouth would be call Chad, and his Mammoth guys will be here, and you can tell, just come look at my house, our house, and you'll see what kind of work they do.